welcome to the Leader's Life podcast, where we implement that old school grind with that new school mind. What is up, fam? I am your host, Amar. And before we get started, please make sure you hit on that subscribe button so you never, ever miss out. In this episode, we will be talking about stress and how detrimental to your life, and most importantly, how can you get over this stress? I'm not sure what's going on, but lately I have been receiving a lot of messages with people saying how stressed and overwhelmed they are and don't know how to get out of their head. Yes, they don't want to do anything when they have so much to do, to the point where it's actually paralyzing them, because they keep saying, I'm just so stressed, I'm so overwhelmed, and I don't even know where to start. Does that resonate? First off, let's talk about stress, because stress is a normal part of life. But when it becomes chronic, yes, when it becomes obsessive, it can have severe long-term effects on your physical and, most importantly, your mental health. It can contribute to even heart disease, high blood pressure, strokes, among other health issues. It can also cause depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. One real-life example of how stress can be detrimental through work-related stress is that when we are stressed at work, we often feel overwhelmed, burnt out, and like there is never enough time. Does that sound familiar? This chronic stress can lead to poor concentration, difficulty sleeping, and most importantly, poor work performance, which then turns even more extra stress on your plate. Let me give you a few common examples of stress and see if you resonate. If you are feeling this type of stress, or this is what you're living with on the day-to-day and you don't even realize it. I just spoke about it, but the first example is the job stress. The pressure at the workplace is one of the biggest reasons why people stress. Excessive workloads, unreasonable deadlines, tight timelines, and constant demands for productivity. That's just one example. What about financial stress? Are you stressing about how much money you have in your account, or how much money you don't have in your account? Financial difficulties such as debt, insufficient income, and unexpected expenses will trigger your stress. Worrying about paying the bills, meeting mortgage payments, or not being able to afford the basic needs are common causes of financial stress. Is that something that you are dealing with right now? Another common stress? What about relationship stress? Yeah, the one with your partner. Let's be honest, conflicts in personal relationships will cause significant stress. Yes, you ever go to work and you're thinking about that fight you had with your partner, with your wife, with your husband, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, and it just cripples you, where you're not focused because of the stress that you have in your relationship. Let's just say right now you're getting threatened, oh, we're going to break up, divorce, or disagreements within the family members, or just social isolation, or just being alone because your relationship is not filling your cup. Do you have those type of stress? I mean, we have health issue stresses, traumatic events, unrealistic expectations, the good old time pressure where your deadline's managing time and you can't hit it, so your stress increases. I mean, we can go on and on with the different types of examples of stress. However, what are you going to do about this? Where you are obsessing over what you can't control and not focusing on what you can control. Because as I said, like, stress will be paralyzing, can be paralyzing if you don't do anything to remove it in your life. Because as I said earlier, stress is normal. But if you keep the stress lingering, it's just going to grow. It's like a freaking cancer. It comes in very little, and then you just let it grow. And then you let it obsess, and then it starts making up stories in your head. And then you can't function. If that is you right now, don't you worry, because I have tips on how to stop obsessing over stress and start focusing on your life. My first tip on how to stop obsessing over stress is to make sure you know exactly what the source of the stress is. Yes, the first step is dealing with stress is by identifying the source of your stress. It may be your work, relationship, or personal life, as I just brought up a little while ago. But for example, I'll give you an example. If you are right now overwhelmed with work, you are just like, I am stressed, and you cannot even function because of this stress at work, or that stress with your relationship. But I'll get back to work for a second. If you're overwhelmed with work, you may need to just reduce your workload. Talk to the supervisor. If you're a business owner, if you run your own business, adjust in your schedule a mental health day and just reduce the workload, take breaks, and prioritize your task to tackle them efficiently. And with relationships, if you are having that consistent fight with your loved one and you just I call it what my wife and I call it, the dance, the same old argument that just we keep on arguing about, right? Identify why, first off, you guys are fighting about this stressful topic and tackle it. Have that adult conversation. Ask, hey, do I have permission to be honest with you? Whatever it is, identify the source and get rid of the stress. My next tip on how to stop obsessing over stress is to take time out for yourself. This is so important, but so hard. Me personally, I felt guilt because of this, but this is not okay to feel. Once again, I felt guilty taking time out for myself when I was stressed and overwhelmed. But I can tell you right now, that added more stress. So take time outside of work for yourself. Set aside time for yourself is essential to de-stress. Take some time to do everyday things that you enjoy. Maybe reading, taking a long book, watching your favorite show. For me, I love to go to the batting cages. I love to go kayaking. I love to swing the golf ball. I love to play some sports. I like to work out. Like there's so many ways for me and these are things that I like to enjoy on my own. And by me doing that, it's like, hey, I'm giving myself, once again, I brought it up earlier, a mental health day. Take time for yourself. Try, even if you're just so stressed and you don't have the energy to do something because you're so stressed, try deep breathing, yoga, meditation, whatever you need to do to relax that mind and body. Because as I said earlier, and I'll say it again, stress will cripple you. Stress will paralyze you. Take time for yourself to get out of that rut and get that stress out of your damn head. My next tip on how to stop obsessing over stress is to practice healthy habits. Yes, exercise, a healthy diet, and getting enough sleep are ideal ways to keep stress levels in check. My next tip on how to stop obsessing over stress is to manage your time. Listen, managing your time efficiently can help you reduce stress. Common stressors that come from management include procrastination and lack of planning. Yes, lack of planning. To manage stress brought on by time management checklists are an excellent way to set realistic goals and breaking up larger tasks into small, manageable ones. And my last tip on how to stop obsessing over stress is to seek support, seek some help. Because I know this firsthand, talking with someone who is supportive can and will help you deal with stress. It may be from a friend or maybe a professional coach or therapist to help you deal with your stress levels. Either or, you should try speaking with a support group, attending therapy, helping your stress-related issue. Trust me, I am very open about trying therapy. I'm very open about having a coach. I'm very open about just talking to people that are in your circle that are going to lift you up in no judgment. So if you are just stressing and keeping it all in, that is the worst thing you're going to do, because like a volcano, you're going to erupt. So please, please, please seek support, seek help, reach out if it's really, really, really affecting your day-to-day and most importantly, your mental health. Those are my tips on how to stop obsessing over stress, because let's be honest, stress is a difficult and complex issue to manage. However, by considering the causes of stress and implementing effective solutions, we can achieve a lower level of stress in our daily lives. That is the goal, everyone, to lower the level of stress in our daily lives by taking time for yourself, practicing healthy habits, seeking support from others, making time management a habit, and identifying the source of your stress and problem. You will beat the stress and improve your overall well-being. With that being said, remember, stress is caused by your thoughts, not the situation. And that's that. Thank you so much for showing up and listening. Please make sure you click on that subscribe button so you never, ever miss out. And share this with your family, friends, and tribes on Instagram. Tag me at Leaders Life Podcast. You all freaking rock. Remember, why not you? Why not now? I hope you have an amazing, amazing rest of your day.